Hey, how are you? We're back in the crafting trailer. Hey. So, kind of have my setup back to where it was before. Alright, so we're going to jump in and do some crafting. So, I'm working on the last of my mother's Christmas cards. Here's the starting point. I've got the inside good to go. I've got the back. And I just realized we're a little blurry, but that's okay. I'm going to do a quick tweak of the settings because I didn't check ahead of time. Sorry, guys. Typically me. Alright, that might be a little... Whoops, I just hit the camera. You know, we're just gonna... Actually, I'm gonna tweak a little more. Show webcam settings. Just give me a sec here, guys. It is looking a little blurry on my end here. Okay, that looks heck of a lot better. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We're jumping in. Oh, I still got pop-up here. Alright, so we're in the crafting trailer. Yay! And unfortunately, summer's about over. By the time you see this recording, summer's way over. Anyways, so this here, I have a bit of a boo-boo on here. I accidentally stamped an extra J on here. So I'm going to fix it by doing a little bit of blending brush lightly. Just to kind of create some additional color around the wording. That way it might kind of blend in with the fact that I goofed it. That way create some new imperfections on purpose. And there we go. That's one way you can kind of salvage what you have, because I did not bring the pieces to cut another. And I definitely don't have the stamps here today with the trailer, because I already stamped this at a time. I'm just going to rub this on the table. Alright, so there. That's one way to kind of salvage, you know, a little boo-boo. So, I'm going to move this out, because I'm going to use that later for something else. Let me grab a fresh sheet, if I can. Yep. Alright, so here we go. So then this session, we're going to be putting it with adhesives the remaining wreath pieces and assembling the card as much as possible. And then the next video will be the coloring portion for our little birdies. Alright, so let's get these guys out. Get my baggies off the side. Here's our birdies for later. That'll be a different video. Alright, so I like to set aside 4 of each. Makes it helpful. And then the red are all the same, so that's not so much of a problem. Alright, and I'm going to need glue dots to do this. So we've got them here today. I know, my camera angles are a little wonky, because if I bump you up even higher, you're going to see the camera, but that's okay. Actually, I'll drop it a little lower. There we go, that should work. Okay. Because, like, I came into the trailer, I'm trying to get everything lined up, and I'm like, I can't get it exactly the way it was I had it last time. Because I ended up moving a few things, and it wasn't working out, and I'm like, lovely. So I'm just using our glue dots to get these going. And this is, like, the most time-consuming portion, I think. Actually, one of the most time-consuming portions of the project is gluing all 16 pieces of this wreath pieces. So I've got the glue dots on there, and I'm just going to one at a time try to peel them off the wax paper, which is easier said than done. And of course, today that I decided to do recording a video, I'm battling daylight, so by the time I got out here at the trailer, it's already evening. And I have a slew of videos to record, so it's like, oh crap. Alright, so there we go. That's one. And I really just keep going over and over 16 times, so 15 more times. So I start with 4 red, and then 4 green, and then 4 red, and then 4 green is how I finish off this nice card. I like how I did that little bit of color at the end, just to kind of change it up. Because I screwed it up. Because, I mean, I could have restamped it. Totally. I was like, I'm just going to roll with it, because that's how I am. But then, this is the last one I'm making of this batch of cards. And I'm like, you know what? Let's change it a little. But it's a great way of showing how you can kind of modify a project a bit, even though you made a boo-boo. And I will be glad to have done making all these cards. So I would have made a total of 8 cards for my mom's customer order. She needed 6, but I always make a couple extra for the sake of, you know, I always have a bit of choice, or if she likes one more than the other, or something, you know. Or she might just take them all. We'll see. And of course, ow. We got mosquito season here, so forgive me on that if I keep scratching myself. The only downside of being a trailer. And yes, we do have a light over there pointing towards us, so that's why this side's a little darker. And we have power, which is good. And I hear a critter behind me. It's nice to craft in the outdoors, actually. And so I just try and get this to peel off without. I've accidentally ripped so many of these wreath pieces already. It's like, oopsie. Trying not to. I've had practice, but of course it's sticking to the paper on the table, but that's okay. And by the time you guys see this video, trailer season is over for classes. However, would love to have you join us in 2026. We're looking forward to a whole new year, all more adventures. So that's so exciting. Come on, little guy. Come on, glue dot. Come on. There you go. And it takes a lot of patience to work on this craft. Occasionally it's lifted up from the table. Alright, so then we're going to do it again with the green. Hope you guys love this card. I love it. I think it looks really good. I would hope so, because I made it. Alright, so this time around, I'm going to start over here. That way you can help fill in that wreath. Grab another wreath piece here. Of course, now I'm in the I'm in the mood for music. Can't play it. Gotta love copyright stuff. But one of my songs I've been listening to these days is Far From Heaven by Evanescence. Oh my god, it's just doing me. Love Evanescence. Huge fan since I was a kid. I don't know, it spoke to me back then. It was one of those musics that I'm like, hey, this is me. Love her. I've seen her in concert. More orchestra. That year she did the orchestra stuff. It was really good. Loved it. Trying to get this to unstick to me. Love to see Hailstorm. That'll be another fun one. I think they're next month at the Budweiser Stadium. Budweiser stage or something, but we're not going. We're not big on the outdoor concert version. Another wreath piece. Another one done. We're getting there. See, it's starting to fill in a bit. I love that red, actually. I'm glad I did the red. You know, I like the stark white on the other ones. Hey, I'm big on scrappy. That's the way I am. I like to use up what I can of materials and supplies. I think it's a good thing. Just try and get this to peel up. Come on. It's not want to cooperate today. I had better experience with this last night when I was crafting this at home. Getting other cards done up. Alright, halfway there on the wreath pieces. Let's do another. Just double checking at the right side. Trying to work with it. These glue dots are really sticking on good. It's not a bad thing. It just makes it harder to peel the wax paper off such a flimsy die cut here. There we go. Alrighty. So then there. And just keep it going. Kind of takes a really good press on and then quickly pull up, kind of, without totally ripping it. Seems to be the trick, to be able to peel off the wax paper and not totally rip your project. There we go. We're moving along quite nicely. Of course, trying to unstick from my fingers too. That's another tricky component to all this. There we go. Yeah, so you do see my head at times in the view. Hi! There's my headband. Alright, one more of the red. We're moving along quite nicely. Come on, do a little more. Alright, the last red. There we go. Now we're 75% done the wreath. So let's do the last 25%. And when it comes to the design of this, I'm the one who designed it. This is not my customer's choice. She hasn't seen the cards yet. It'll be a surprise. Hope she likes them. She better. But yeah, no, I like being able to have creative control on. I come up with a design based on what I have available to me. Resources, tools, skill. time, you know, all that in the mix, and gives me a chance to try out doing new ideas, come up with a concept to repeat over and over, even if it's labor inducing of, oh my goodness, so much pieces involved in one project. And because this is within our family too, I want to make a good impression among the recipients in the family who are receiving this, who are aware that I do make these cards. Because I do hear back after the holidays on how much they loved it, what they thought of it. Some of them anyway, not all of them. Some are, yeah, cool. Others are, no response. And some are, oh my god, they're amazing. You should sell them. Yeah, I'm trying. Alright, another, trying to get this one freed up. Come on. Ah. There we go. Come on, unstick from my finger. Alright, and then another piece here. Make sure I got the correct side. That would be handy. I mean, I could use the other side too, but thing is, when it comes to die cuts, one side comes out really good, the other side not as much. So it's like you do gotta pick your side when you're die cutting. Another option to the glue dots is liquid glue, but I'm not a fan of liquid glue. And what's so nice about being out the trail right now is I'm behind me and wherever in the area, I hear birds and squirrels and critters making noise, and it's just this peaceful atmosphere here. So, and this trailer, we can go wherever, within reason, within what's acceptable. Would love to host your own gathering inside the trailer. We can sit easily, myself and 3 people. Obviously, when my setup for doing the video is a little different. But yeah, no, it's a great, intimate, like, nice one-on-one group atmosphere. Lots of laughs. We have a good time. It is really fun to do. And it's such a unique idea that it gets attention. People who I barely know have asked me about it within the Stampin' Up! Team. It's like, hey, like, that is so cool. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why we're doing it. Come on. Got everything stuck to me. Come on. Alrighty. And then this. Alright, there we go. We're done the last wreath. Flip it over. Bring back our card. We're going to get some dimensional action here once I find my sheet of dimensionals. And we're going to adhere this to the card. And then we are good for now. So how are we doing for time? 20 minutes, not bad. Checking all the white caps are off. Put that on. There we go. There is that card. All right. So then, next, you'll have to see next week. But yeah, just to kind of already tease it out, here is the progress. There should be 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the 5 cards, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.